You just had to, didn't you, Netflix? You just couldn't leave well enough alone. G'day, my name's Dean James, your mate in comics from the land down under, and today we're talking about Netflix messing with the source material of Avatar: The Last Airbender, possibly introducing modern-day Twitter sensibilities into the upcoming live adaptation. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'll jump right into this article from Variety. Netflix's live-action Avatar series took out how sexist Sokka was in the original. A lot of moments in the animated shows were iffy. Oh no, they are going to inject it full of their sensibilities for the imaginary modern audience, aren't they? When Avatar: The Last Airbender makes its live-action debut on Netflix next month, Sokka's sexism will be toned down considerably. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, cast members Kemosabe, who plays Katara, and Ian Owsley, who plays Sokka, informed fans that Sokka's sexism was discussed during the live-action show's development and was deliberately cut away at, as it had no place in the new remake.
Yeah, you two were pretty much jerks.
There's more weight with realism in every way, Owsley said, which prompted Kemosabe to reveal, "I feel like we also took out the element of how sexist Sokka was. I feel like there were a lot of moments in the original show that were iffy." Yeah, totally, Owsley agreed. There are things that were redirected just because it might play a little differently in live action. As Entertainment Weekly notes, there are entire Reddit threads about Sokka's sexism, discussing how the original Sokka, prior to his character journey, would make remarks like, "Girls are better at fixing pants than guys, and guys are better at hunting and fighting." Okay, first of all, that's from the 4th episode, where Sokka is shown to be more ignorant than anything else. In fact, that entire episode is dedicated to teaching him a lesson. Secondly, a Reddit thread? Really? Everybody knows Reddit is ran by far-left weirdos who have nothing else to do but make problems where there are none, and ban anyone who disagrees with their shit takes. Sokka's sexism won't be the only difference Avatar fans see in Netflix's The Last Airbender. Showrunner Albert Kim previously said the show does not begin the same way the animated series does. The live-action series will also show the genocide of the Airbender people and the rise of the Fire Nation, which was only alluded to in the animated series. That was a conscious decision to show people this is not the animated series, Kim said. "We had to sometimes unravel storylines and remix them in a new way to make sense of the serialized drama. So I'm very curious to see what'll happen in terms of reaction to that." Well, the fans' reaction would be positive, assuming you actually stay true to the source material, but judging by these most recent comments, as well as Netflix's reputation for butchering adaptations of beloved franchises, my hopes have just been squashed. Avatar: The Last Airbender creators Brian Konietzko and Michael Dante DiMartino spent 2 years developing the live-action adaptation for Netflix before they shocked fans by announcing their exit due to creative differences, which left Kim as the sole showrunner. He recently told Entertainment Weekly that it was absolutely daunting to stick with the show without them. "You'd have to be an idiot not to be intimidated a little bit," Kim said. "My first reaction after hell yeah was holy shit, do I really want to do this? Is there a way to improve upon the original? No, there isn't." Whenever you tackle something that's already beloved by millions of fans, you have to ask yourself those questions. The only question you should be asking yourself is, how do I make this as true to the source material as possible? The original series was already diverse enough for Netflix without any changes. It was already mature enough and exciting enough. It didn't need you to be great. Just adapt the damn thing. If this ego from Netflix is what the original creators were dealing with, it's no wonder they left. Avatar: The Last Airbender streams February 22nd on Netflix. Fans were quick to react to the ridiculous statements under Variety's post on X, formerly known as Twitter, many of which were not at all impressed by the statements made by Kemosabe. One user wrote, "This would change the way he interacts with so many characters and how he develops as a person. That may be a deal breaker because he was one of my favorites to watch growing up." While another said that change was unnecessary. A third user wrote, "Oh wow, so now the live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix is going to be less sexist than the original animated series? Because apparently the original was just too iffy for today's delicate sensibilities? Hashtag woke Avatar." And let's not forget that the original series was beloved by fans around the world for its complex characters, epic story, and stunning animation. But let's just focus on the sexism instead. Hashtag Avatar cancel culture. Let's also not forget the idea of making Sokka less sexist is just ridiculous, because his character arc involved learning to respect and value women as equals, and that was part of what made him a compelling and relatable character. Hashtag Sokka character assassination. The comments went on like this for a while, with many asking what Sokka's character will even be in this show now that they've stripped away any possible growth he would otherwise have. Many criticised Netflix for not doing the slightest bit of research in regards to why Sokka was like this in the first place, while others are now straight up boycotting this out of the fear that Netflix is going to do their usual woke bullshit. Avatar: The Last Airbender is a great example of how to do something that is both progressive and inclusive without being woke. It had strong women and a diverse cast already, so there was no need for them to change anything or insert weird divisive politics where they otherwise don't belong. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried after the original creators left due to creative differences. That turned a lot of the OG fans of the cartoon off of ever giving this a fair go, but I remained hopeful. Was I wrong to give Netflix the benefit of the doubt? Netflix adapting anything is always a concern for fans, considering their track record, but the One Piece show gave some of us hope that they would be respectful to Avatar and not screw this up like they did Cowboy Bebop. But now it seems like Netflix is up to their usual tricks by inserting their sensibilities into what was already a perfect story. So what do you think? Let me know down below so we can discuss this nonsense. Will you still be watching The Last Airbender when it comes out on Netflix in just a few weeks? I'll still be giving it a go, but I'm now cautiously optimistic instead of excited like I was before these two actors went on their ridiculous rant. But that's all I have for you today. My name's Dean James, your mate in comics from the land down under. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.